do not rush to get married. Learn from our mistakes. If God has given you clear signs from multiple witnesses and your conscience convicting you, don't rush to get married. Do not make the mistake and go against it, because you end up divorced with kids and you're going to suffer. But if you're convinced she's the one and God has given you, because how are you going to know someone's the one for you? People who've been around her, people who grew up with her, who are godly. I'm not talking about worldly. Forget worldly. Godly people that have been around her and seen her life. If they tell you she's a godly woman, loves the Lord, take that as God saying, yes, from the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. But if there are doubts and you have doubts, run the opposite direction. Don't be so desperate to get married, brother, because you're going to suffer the consequences like I did.
Yeah, because, I've heard you speak about this before. It's because I am discerning with somebody right now, but it's like, she is, I'm not saying I'm some expert. I would never say that, but she's a little bit more of a babe in her faith than I am. And I don't know if I'm necessarily, maybe God just is using me to, teach her or show her certain things, but not necessarily be with her. So it's,
but let
you
me
have to navigate all these things. So.
Let me tell you what God won't do. God will not let a man into the life of a woman because he wants her to mature, because the Lord knows this can be a source of temptation and you succumb. And we're told in James 1:13, God cannot tempt anyone with evil. So if God wanted her to mature, he'd bring her a mature sister in the faith, a woman mature in the faith, to then counsel her, not someone of the opposite sex, where you can be enticed to fall for her and her for you, and you're not meant to be with each other. God does not do that. Okay?
Yeah.
See, but this is how it begins, the justification in the mind. I fell for it too. Look at me. Look, I'm not better than you. I'm being honest to God. I'm weak. I'm sinful. I followed the same path, right, of justification. Well, she's a babe in the faith, but she's coming and I'm teaching her the Bible, and maybe God's going to use me to help her to grow. I justified it. Now I'm divorced with 2 kids who are in another state.
Yeah.
Learn from my mistakes and others. God loves you, and he loves her. He's not saying he loves you. And God will not tempt you with evil. And he knows when you have a male and a female, and they have some sort of attraction, that's opening door of temptation for you to then go against God's will and maybe succumb to sexual desire and then fornicate, which is bad, or rush to get married when it's not God's will and you end up divorced, and kids will suffer because of that mistake. He will not do that to you. James 1:13, God does not tempt you with evil. That's Satan. So if he wants her to mature, he'll bring her a mature, godly woman to counsel her. That's Titus chapter 2, verses 3-5, where Paul says to the mature woman, treat the younger women as your daughters and teach them how to love their husbands and raise their family. Paul exhorted mature women to teach younger women, not men teach younger women. Titus chapter 2, verses 3-5.
Okay. Thank you for that.
So that's not of the Lord. Run from that.
All right,
you should not be teaching her.
Yeah. Okay. I see. All right.